It's past midnight in a city hospital. The lights flicker, casting long shadows on the empty corridors. An eerie silence hangs in the air, broken only by a distant scream. A lone man stands in the hallway, fists clenched, heart pounding. His name is Singh, and he's about to fight the most important battle of his life. Not in a boxing ring, but in a nightmare overrun by the living dead. Singh is a former Muay Thai champion. He gave up fighting and dreamed of a quiet life with his girlfriend, Rin, far away from violence. Rin is a doctor at this very hospital, and she's the light of Singh's life. The world around them has been falling apart. Severe food shortages have made everyday life desperate and dystopian. But together, Singh and Rin hoped to find a small piece of peace. Tonight, that hope is shattered. Without warning, chaos erupts. The hospital where Rin works is suddenly overrun by a horde of bloodthirsty zombies. Patients suddenly convulse and turn rabid. Doctors and nurses are attacked by their own former patients. In minutes, the bustling hospital turns into a hellscape. Screams echo through the wards. Blood sprays across white tile floors. Every exit is soon crawling with the undead. The nightmare has begun. Singh hears the commotion from outside and runs straight into the danger. He doesn't think twice about his own safety. Rin is in there. As he bursts through the shattered front doors, a wave of terror washes over him. The once bright lobby is now dark, lit only by sparking fluorescence. The halls are in near shadow, claustrophobic and filled with looming threats. Broken gurneys and slumped bodies block the way. The stench of blood and decay hits him. In the distance, a chorus of guttural growls reverberates. Singh's pulse races, but he presses on, fists raised. A figure shambles out of the darkness, a nurse, her kind face now twisted and bloody, dead eyes staring. She lunges at Singh with a snarl. Instinct takes over. Singh sidesteps and drives a brutal elbow strike into the side of her head. Crack! The zombie nurse crumples to the floor. Another corpse in a patient gown grabs at him from behind a gurney. Singh spins and delivers a roundhouse kick square to its jaw, sending the creature flying. Years of Muay Thai training are now the only thing keeping him alive. He has no weapons, just his hands, elbows, knees, and feet. But each one is a deadly weapon in his fight for survival. More zombies swarm from every doorway. Singh knows he can't let them surround him. He positions his back against a wall and faces the oncoming horde. They charge. Singh strikes like lightning. A punch to one zombie's throat, collapsing it. A knee to another's rotting ribcage, shattering bone. He grabs an IV stand and swings it like a staff, knocking two snarling corpses back at once. It's one versus many, but Singh fights with fearless determination. Blood and black gore coat his arms with each strike. The hallway becomes a makeshift arena of bare-handed combat. These zombies look horrifyingly real, all rotten flesh, gaping wounds, and hungry eyes. There's nothing cartoony or fake about them. In fact, every zombie was created with detailed special makeup, with no CGI at all, giving them a raw, gory realism. Singh grimaces at the sight and smell of them. But he doesn't falter. He can't. With a roar, he slams a door into an undead man's skull, crushing it. One by one, he drops the monsters around him. For a moment, it looks like he might clear a path, until he hears a soft cry that stops him in his tracks. Somewhere behind a nurse's station, a child is whimpering. Singh darts his eyes around and spots a little boy curled up under a desk. The boy is maybe 7 or 8 years old, with big, terrified eyes filled with tears. He's clutching a teddy bear and shaking uncontrollably. Singh's heart lurches. The kid is all alone and petrified. But before Singh can reach him, a zombie in a lab coat notices the small boy and lunges forward with a snarl. No! Singh sprints and intercepts the creature just in time. He delivers a flying knee strike to its chest, knocking the zombie away from the child. With one swift motion, Singh grabs the monster by the head and smashes it against the wall until it goes limp. Breathing hard, he then crouches down to the boy's level. "It's okay, I'm here," he says, trying to sound calm while adrenaline surges through him. The boy collapses into Singh's arms, sobbing. His name, Singh soon learns, is Buddy. Buddy is trembling from head to toe, utterly traumatized. Singh picks Buddy up and holds him securely. In this living hell, Singh has just found another person to protect. Now Singh's mission is even more urgent. Rin is still somewhere inside, and now little Buddy is depending on him too. Singh wipes the tears off Buddy's face and whispers, "I'll keep you safe, I promise." The boy nods, clinging to Singh's neck. Steeling himself, Singh carries Buddy as he moves deeper into the hospital in search of Rin. Every step is perilous. Singh moves swiftly but carefully through the labyrinth of dark halls. Buddy's quiet sobs muffled against his shoulder are a constant reminder that failure is not an option. As they pass a blood-slicked hallway, two zombies suddenly barrel out of a side door. Singh reacts in a flash. He sets Buddy down behind him and confronts the first snarling ghoul. It swipes at him with bone-white fingers. He ducks and counters with an upward elbow strike that cracks the zombie's jaw. The second creature lunges low, trying to bite at Singh's legs. Singh drives his heel down onto its skull with a sickening crunch. In seconds, both attackers lie still at his feet. Singh grabs Buddy's hand again. "Come on," he urges. The boy nods, eyes wide at what he just witnessed. Together they push on, rounding the corner toward the intensive care unit, Rin's department. As Singh approaches the ICU, he calls out Rin's name. "Rin!" His voice echoes through the corridor. At first, there's no answer. The ICU ward looks like the epicenter of chaos. The security doors have been torn off. Inside, several bodies in hospital gowns litter the floor, unmoving. A gurney is flipped on its side, wheels slowly spinning. For one harrowing moment, Singh imagines the worst, that Rin might be among those lifeless bodies. Then, a muffled shout comes from a supply room in the back. "Singh, I'm here!" It's Rin's voice, shaky but alive. Singh's chest floods with relief. He rushes forward, carefully navigating around the carnage, Buddy still in tow. He finds the supply room door jammed shut, blocked by a heavy cabinet. Through the small glass window, he sees Rin's pale, frightened face. She's barricaded herself inside. Rin's eyes widen in joy and shock on seeing Singh and little Buddy outside. But there's a new danger. Just as Singh arrives, 3 zombies turn the corner behind him, drawn by the sound of Rin's shout. They snarl and close in fast. Singh places Buddy in a safer nook under a desk. "Stay here, Buddy," he says firmly. Buddy nods, crouching out of sight. Singh squares up to face the pack of zombies blocking him from Rin. This is the ultimate test. His muscles ache, and he's covered in cuts and bruises, but he refuses to back down. The first zombie rushes at him. A bloodied former patient in a hospital gown. Singh grabs a fire extinguisher off the wall and swings with all his might. The heavy metal cylinder connects with the zombie's skull, smashing it to the ground. The next one, an orderly with half his face torn away, lunges and knocks Singh to the floor. They grapple, rolling over broken glass. The undead orderly snaps its jaws inches from Singh's face, hungry to bite. Singh, gritting his teeth, gets an arm free and shoves his forearm under the zombie's throat, holding its gnashing teeth at bay. With his other hand, he reaches for a shard of broken mirror on the floor and stabs it into the zombie's eye. It howls and recoils in agony, and Singh kicks it off. He scrambles back up to his feet. The third zombie, the last one, is on Rin's door, clawing and bashing to get to the terrified woman inside. Singh will not allow it. With a furious yell, he charges and spears the creature from behind, tackling it away from the door. Both of them slam to the ground. The zombie thrashes under Singh, spitting and hissing. Singh delivers punch after punch to its head, each blow fueled by rage. Thud, thud, crack. Finally, the zombie stops moving, its skull caved in. Breathing hard, Singh pushes the corpse off and staggers to his feet. Silence falls in the hallway once more. He's done it. He's cleared the way. Singh pulls the supply room door open. Rin practically falls into his arms. She's sobbing with relief, clutching onto Singh like he might vanish. He holds her tight, burying his face in her hair for a second, murmuring, "I'm here. I've got you." Tears mix with sweat and blood on his face. Little Buddy emerges from his hiding spot and wraps his small arms around both of them, joining the embrace. For a fleeting moment, amid all the horror, the three survivors cling to each other in a tearful reunion. They are alive. They are together. But it's not over yet. Their tender moment is shattered by an awful sound, a chorus of undead wails rising from down the hall. The earlier commotion has drawn even more zombies, dozens of them. Singh peeks around the corner and sees a swarm shuffling and racing their way, some crawling over fallen bodies, some pounding on walls in a frenzy. There are far too many to fight. Singh's blood turns cold at the sight, but he quickly swallows his fear. "We have to get out, now," he urges. Rin nods, wiping her eyes, snapping back to the urgency of the situation. She grabs a scalpel from a nearby tray. It's not much, but it's something. She then takes Buddy's hand firmly. Singh leads the way, and they run. Rin, though terrified, uses her knowledge of the hospital to guide them. "Stairs! This way!" she says, pointing to an emergency stairwell. They sprint down a corridor, with Buddy in between them. Behind, the horde of zombies spills into the ICU, howling as they give chase. The trio reaches the stairwell and races down the steps. The growls and thumping footsteps of the undead echo above them. Singh half carries Buddy to keep the boy moving fast. They descend floor by floor in a blur. On the second-floor landing, a zombie bursts through the door, nearly grabbing Rin. She slashes at it with the scalpel, slicing its cheek, but it barely slows down. Singh lunges forward and kicks the creature back through the doorway, then slams the door on it. "Keep going," he shouts. They continue down. At last, they reach the ground floor and push out into the back service hallway that leads to an exit. A red exit sign gleams like a beacon at the far end. Safety is just a few yards away. Singh's legs burn, his breaths are ragged, but he forces himself onward. Buddy trips and stumbles, exhausted, but Singh sweeps him up into his arms without stopping. The exit door is right there. Wham! Suddenly, something huge crashes through a side window. Another zombie, but much larger and more grotesque than the others. This one was perhaps a hospital security guard once, a burly man now turned undead monster. He's still wearing a torn security uniform stretched over his muscular frame. His eyes zero in on the fleeing trio. With a guttural snarl, this hulking zombie blocks the exit, standing between our heroes and freedom. Singh sets Buddy down gently behind him and pushes Rin and the boy behind a supply cart. "Stay back," he warns, though his voice wavers with fatigue. The giant zombie charges like a bull. Singh braces himself and meets it head-on. It's like hitting a brick wall. The creature barely budges, and Singh is thrown off balance. The zombie swings a massive arm and clobbers Singh across the chest, sending him crashing into a gurney. Singh's vision flares with pain as he coughs, struggling to regain air in his lungs. Rin screams, "Singh!" Gathering his will, Singh forces himself up. He won't let it end here. The brute comes at him again, roaring. This time, Singh dodges at the last second. He delivers a fierce combo of blows to the zombie's side. Punch, punch, knee, elbow, striking with every ounce of strength he has left. The hits land solidly, making the big zombie stagger and bellow in anger. It grabs a metal IV pole and swings it at Singh like a bat. Singh barely ducks in time. The pole whooshes above his head and clangs against the wall, sparks flying. Using the opening, Singh leaps up and cracks an elbow into the zombie's jaw. There's a crunch of bone, and the creature stumbles backward, but it's still not down. With a snarl, the giant zombie suddenly lunges and grabs Singh by the throat. Singh claws at the vice-like hand, crushing his windpipe. The zombie lifts him clean off his feet, choking the life out of him. Singh's feet kick in the air. He's starting to black out. Rin, in a surge of courage, grabs a discarded defibrillator from the floor. "Let him go!" she cries, slamming the heavy device onto the zombie's back. The zombie grunts and loosens its grip just enough. Singh gasps and pries himself free, dropping to the floor. In that instant, Buddy kicks a loose piece of broken glass over to Singh. Singh snatches the sharp glass shard. With a determined scream, he plunges the shard deep into the giant zombie's neck. Dark blood sprays from the wound. The creature gurgles, momentarily stunned, its hands flailing at the foreign object in its throat. Seizing the opportunity, Singh summons every bit of strength left in his battered body. He spins and delivers a final devastating roundhouse kick to the side of the zombie's head. The impact is like a gunshot. The monster's neck snaps with a grotesque crack. The huge zombie topples to the ground, finally dead. For a long second, Singh sways on his feet, hardly able to believe it. His vision swims, his body is at the brink of collapse. But then he feels Rin at his side, draping his arm over her shoulders, supporting him. Buddy hugs Singh's waist, relieved and sobbing. It's over. They won. Singh coughs and manages a tired smile at Rin. Together, carrying Buddy, they limp the last few steps to the exit door. Singh kicks the door open, and the three of them stumble out into the cool night air. Outside, the early dawn is just beginning to break. The sky is bruised with the first hints of sunrise. For a moment, the world outside seems peaceful compared to the horror inside the hospital. They made it out alive. Singh collapses to his knees on the pavement, utterly spent. Rin and Buddy are right next to him, holding onto him. All of them are trembling, covered in blood and dirt, but alive. Singh pulls them both into a fierce hug. He closes his eyes, whispering, "We're safe now. It's okay." Rin nods, resting her head against Singh's shoulder, tears of relief in her eyes. Buddy clings to both of them, his small body shaking with silent sobs. Under the faint light of dawn, it appears this ordeal is finally ending. But in this world of Ziam, nightmares die hard. As they catch their breath, Singh notices Rin wince in pain. She's been quiet ever since they escaped, and now her face looks unusually pale in the growing light. Concern floods Singh's mind. "Rin, are you hurt?" he asks softly. Rin opens her mouth to respond, but only a strained gasp comes out. She staggers, and Singh quickly steadies her. That's when he sees it, a dark red stain seeping through the shoulder of Rin's white coat. Singh's heart skips a beat. With gentle dread, he pulls the fabric aside to inspect the wound. His stomach drops. There, on Rin's shoulder, is a deep bite mark. The flesh is torn and bloody, the edges already turning an eerie, bruised purple. It's unmistakable. At some point in the chaos, a zombie bit her. Rin's eyes well with tears as she realizes what Singh has discovered. I didn't even feel it happen," she whispers, voice trembling. Perhaps in the frenzy of fighting and fear, she hadn't noticed the bite. But now the reality is crashing down on both of them. Singh feels like the ground has opened up beneath him. No, not her. He just fought through hell to save the woman he loves, only to lose her to the infection now? Rin. His voice breaks, and tears slip down his dirty cheeks. He grips her by the arms, as if he could somehow stop what's already coursing through her blood. Buddy looks up at them, confused and scared. He doesn't fully understand, but he knows something is very wrong. Rin brings a shaking hand to Singh's face. "I'm so sorry," she whispers, a tear rolling down her cheek. Her skin is growing colder by the second. Singh shakes his head in denial. "No, you're okay. You're gonna be okay," he insists weakly, voice cracking. But they both know what a zombie bite means. There is no cure, no hope, only a matter of time. As the first rays of sun peek over the horizon, Singh wraps Rin in his arms, holding her tight as if sheer love and willpower could keep her human. Buddy hugs them both, crying without quite understanding this final cruel twist. Singh looks up at the brightening sky, his heart breaking and rage building all at once. This isn't the fairy tale ending they fought for. This is something far darker and more tragic. On the empty hospital driveway, the camera pulls back on the devastating scene. A man who fought an army with his bare hands, now sobbing as he holds his bitten lover. A little boy clutching them, fearing he's about to truly be alone. The nightmare they thought they'd escaped is not over at all. In this chilling final moment, Ziam delivers its ultimate gut punch, a reminder that in a world overrun by the undead, no victory comes without a price. The fight for survival never really ends. Singh saved Rin from the zombies, but he couldn't save her from the infection. The dawn light grows, and Rin's trembling begins to still. Singh lets out an agonized yell that echoes into the morning. As the screen fades to black, we're left with a haunting question. What will Singh do now? After all he's endured, the woman he loves is slipping away, turning into the very monster he fought so hard against. It's a cruel twist of fate that ensures this terrifying story will stay with us, refusing to let go even after the credits roll. This is the horror and heartbreak of Ziam, a Muay-Thai zombie outbreak that none of them will ever forget.